Everyone, and welcome to the February 24th, 2009 Board of Selectmen Sewer Commissioners meeting. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Chairman, all 5 selectmen are present, as well as the interim town administrator.
Okay. First order of business tonight, I'd like to take a moment of silence for John Wild, please. Okay, thank you. First item, citizens' participation. Is there anyone here that would like to address the board this evening? I saw 2 hands. Okay, we'll have Jim first.
Yes, I'd just like to say one thing. Can I ask one question? What was the flag at half-mast last week, 2 days in a row for? Nobody in town that I've asked didn't know the answer to that question.
It was for the soldiers that were killed in action in Iraq. I think there was one in Leominster, and there was another one in Bridgewater. So that was why.
Thank you, John. I was curious because I kind of figured that in my own head, what it must be. And I know today was John Wilder. The reason I questioned it was because, according to the flag code, the flag is only supposed to be lowered at half-mast by order of the President of the United States. But they do overlook when town government take different things into consideration.
The
Governor Patrick
had
ordered
Governor
that when
said,
a
okay,
resident of Massachusetts dies in action in either of the conflicts going on, that the flag be lowered, and usually we get a notice.
That's a good. I agree with that 100%. So, like I said, I had no qualms about it. I just questioned why it was down. And they've got to get that POW flag back up again. I think that's
That's what he said. I know.
I'll talk to the
Mr. Burgermeister.
DPW tomorrow and
Yeah.
find out if they can. It might just need eyelets. They need to have.
I know why he took them down because of the storms, and that makes sense to do that, to save the flags.
Okay.
But like I say, people question me, and I like to be able to answer it when the thing comes up. I sit there and say, huh?
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Newman. Sir? If you could introduce yourself, please.
Craig Banbury, I live on Cranberry Highway, and I got one more problem with our streetlights, and this one's a major one. According to beautiful downtown Massachusetts, they don't longer take care of any streetlights in Wareham. So all the ones that are on 28 and any state highway now comes under Wareham.
Okay. Thank you. Do you have anything on
Mr.
that?
Chairman, is it appropriate to comment on that, on the streetlight situation?
You can. Yeah, that's fine.
I'd just like to ask Mr. Sanjanet if you've spoken to the municipal maintenance director with regard to this. I mean, I know the RFP, you got a new RFP out there?
Yes, and I was under the impression that those lights were under the control of Mass Highway, but I'll check with him again on that. And
According to
and
Region 5, is that what it is, Region 5?
District 5, but yes,
They say that they don't take care of any lights in
Right.
Wareham.
I'll find out on that. And if that's the case, I'll have Reliable come out and take care of them anyways.
Sometimes we feel like they don't take care of any roads in Wareham either. That's why we try to get them in here. Okay. I think those were the only 2 people. I don't think we have any announcements. Did any of the board members have announcements? No? Okay.
I just have the one thing I'd like to bring. I don't know if it'd be now or if it's the Wareham Little League, their parade.
Yeah,
This is a
and I
question.
think they're on
Is it next week?
next week.
All right, so next week, so if we could, Can we get the police department in with the Little League on that to straighten that out? I understand there's a problem with the parade this year for the
There's a
first
problem.
time. So,
Okay.
if you could invite them, Mr. Chairman, would be good.
Well, I know the parade's coming in. As far as the department, we can ask through the town administrator to see if we can get someone.
Well, I would ask you to help us out with that. I know the Little League looks forward to that parade every year, and it seems if there's going to be a problem, I think we should nip it now. So if you could invite the police in to discuss that with the applicant would be good, Mr. Sanchez.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Okay. Consent agenda.
Mr. Chairman, we don't have any bills tonight. We have two appointments, both to the Old Colony Planning Council. The first is Marcia Griswold.
Okay. I think she's here. If you could, I don't know. Does the board want her to come forward?
I think
She's there.
have known her.
She'll be
enough over
coming
the last
forward
few
in,
months.
in a couple items, so,
And the second is Mr. Lawrence Gaines.
okay.
I don't think it's necessary for
No,
you to
it's,
come
it's
forward,
not for
Mr.
this. We
Chairman.
needed these
Oh, we
appointments
just need to make.
done.
Mr. Chairman, I would move that the board approves the appointment of Marcia Griswold as delegate to the Old Colony Planning Council to a term to expire no later than August the 30th, 2010.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstained, 500.
Mr. Chairman, I would move that the board approves the appointment of Mr. Lawrence Gaines, as an alternate member to the Old Colony Planning Council, whose term shall expire no later than August the 30th, 2010.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstained, 500.
Mr. Chairman, we have one set of minutes to approve this evening. This meeting was held February the 5th, 2009. It was a regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of Selectmen. All 5 selectmen were present, including the interim town administrator, and I would move approval of these minutes.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstained, 500.
And that's the,
Okay,
that's it.
the town administrator's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As I mentioned last week, I would bring forward the policy for the senior work-off program. I've mentioned this on several occasions, but this program worked very well last year. It was a great success in the limited form that we had it. The only problems were that the number of participants that were set by the board at 21 and that we started so late in the year. I would ask the board to approve the policy enclosed and increase the number of participants to 75. The amount that this number would cost the town in our town overlay account is $56,250, and it's well worth the money spent. The seniors were very eager to work, and unfortunately I had to turn people away because we didn't have the open slots. I figure 75 will be more than enough to fill all the people that requested last year, and who knows, we may have more with the activity that's going on at the COA right now.
In that, John, which sounds pretty good, is there sort of a breakout that you had arrived at that number in terms of different departments and how many people they could use? And
No, I didn't, it was more of just a number out of thin air at this point. I believe we probably, if we were able to fulfill all the requests last, we probably would have needed about 35, 40 slots. This just gives me, for that one person that may come in and say, can I do something, I have that extra slot.
it would be good to try to get a handle if you, and I know that, now that we have a new COA director, I know some of this might kind of merge there, but if maybe there's a way to ask the department heads if they could take 5 minutes to tell you how many people they could use and in what capacity, then we could get a handle on it, the different departments that we have, and how many slots we might need. I mean,